Hey Monk traders, friends and family, and YouTube viewers. So we're going to be going over a few concepts today that we went over at the Q&A yesterday. So I want to bring up one of the biggest questions that I think is very important, and it's probably going to cover a lot of things in this video, is how to not emotional trade, right? I'm sure every trader has gone through emotional trading many, many, many times, including me, many, many times. That's actually how I learned how to be more successful and learned about risk management. And it took a lot of losses to get there. But thankfully, I'm a little better, but I still make mistakes. Last week, I made a mistake, pretty big mistake, and I lost a lot of money, but I'm recovering now. Slowly now. Just gotta be careful, guys. Um, but how do you not emotional trade? Okay, so the first one would be learning about entry points and exit points, right? You always want to have a plan. Now, what does it mean by saying an entry point and exit point? So pretty much saying you want to enter at a very good point, right? You don't want to buy when it's very high. You want to buy it when it's very low, and you want to exit when it's very high, right? Buy low. So easy concept, but it's a lot harder than that because how do you know when to buy low? Right? No one knows. But there are a lot of symptoms in the market that can tell you when is a good time to buy, or when is the right time to buy, right? So we're looking at a firm right now. I'm actually in a firm. You see, my premium is 4,500, and I made about 4,900. So I'm a little bit over 100%, 108%. I was up 6,100, but I didn't exit because I want to swing for another day. I'm assuming that it continues its upward trend. But where did I buy in? I bought in. Well, I originally had a call right here around this time. I think it was like 10:15. Yep, I bought around this time, and then just later today, but no, yeah, later was actually, yeah, I think later, yeah, just today I bought in. Um, what time? 9:44. 9:44 today. So I bought in around here. Yeah. So I bought in the perfect timing. So I mean, how did I know when to enter here? Good point. Um, it could have here. Let's go to 1 minute. I entered at 9:44. So hold on, sorry. So I entered here at 9:44. So why did I enter right here? Why did I enter at this candle? It could have just been a false breakout to the upside, and then it just could have easily gone down, right? And everyone's been in that position before where it looks like it's going up, and then it just falls back down, right? It just falls all the way down for the rest of the day, and you pretty much lose money or you're stuck in that trade. Now, how did I know it's gonna go up? Um, I didn't. I mean, I didn't know, but I was 80% sure it's going to go up. How did I know I was 80% sure it's going to go up? Well, because I was already researching the day prior. Um, and you see all these lines right here? These are all the resistance lines that I already put in prior to this day starting. And I did draw support lines, but it already broke out. And look at all these lines. These are all trend lines that I drew, right? Because I am swinging this trade, so I'm going to be very confident with this trade. Now, weeks prior, or just the week before, or even 2 weeks before, actually, it has been going down. Oops, not mean to do that. Let me fix this. Something like that. Okay. It has been trending down right here on this trend line, right? And let's see where it broke out. Actually, let me show you guys the daily. So this is where I drew the trend line, right? It's been since earlier actually a full month ago that it has been trending down, right? A full month it's been going down. And look, it finally broke out a few days ago, this week, I think, this Monday. Yeah, it broke out this Monday, right? This is the big line right here. It broke out right here. Now, could it have fallen back down? Yes, it could have. But we had to wait till the next day to confirm. And we see right here, it gapped up again. So it has a pretty big distance from being from this very long month downward trend line, right? Down here is $106, and right here it is at $123. So pretty big difference. So it's kind of safe to say it broke out. So now assuming I don't know what happens the next day. Now I see there's this big breakout right here, right? The chances of it falling back down, very unlikely. That it's a false breakout, very unlikely, but it can happen. So I decided that today was just gonna go up because it broke the downward trend line, and obviously, if there's no downward trend line, then either it's gonna consolidate where it's at, very usually unlikely, but if it does, then it's usually a couple of days or just a day. So after that, it would have to be an uptrend, right? So I'm about 80% sure that on this day, today, would be an uptrend. So it doesn't really matter where I buy it from here. Well, actually it does. But I waited about 10 minutes, 9:44, right? Because it opens at, 8:30 Eastern time because I'm Central. Or sorry, no. Yes, it's 8:33 for me, but 9:44 over there. Okay, sorry. Um, we'll just use the Eastern time. So I entered it in at, sorry, 9:44. So around this area. And I just waited a little bit to see if it was gonna drop down, because sometimes it does drop down within the first 15 minutes, and then it bounces back up. I could have bought it. Sorry, I could have bought it right here when it hit 117, or even the low of this candle, 118. But I wanted to wait a bit because I wanted to confirm that it was gonna kind of start trending upwards, right? Because if I bought it right here, what if it just dips down to 114 and then it bounces up? Then I kind of missed the dip, right? I'd rather miss the dip and confirm that it's an uptrend than try to guess where the dip is. So I bought it at 9:44, and I bought it right here. I presumed that it was going to just keep going up because I saw, what is it, four candles, four green candles, and also broke this VWAP too. This indicator, which acts as a pretty good support and resistance line for any stock. And yeah, that's how my mindset was and thought process going into this day, and also swinging it for tomorrow. So that's how you don't emotional trade, right? You don't put yourself in that position first. You should never put yourself in that position where you get scared that it's not going to go in your favor. You want to be 80% sure that you're correct in your option or just trading stocks. And yeah, that's how you don't emotion trade. Just don't put yourself in that position in the first place. And if it does go against my trend, what if I bought at 9:44 at, what is it, at $121.33? What if it just falls back down to 117.82 and falls down to 115? So when do I exit? I'll probably exit once it kind of holds under 117.82, because sometimes it can have a false breakdown and then bounce back up. And why did I choose 117.82? It's just human psychology. Every trader is thinking the exact same thing, that, everyone sees as 117.82, and sometimes people put their stop losses here, but people will draw their support here because this is the lowest of the day, and they just use that as just an indicator, and it's pretty easy to see these things. So like, assume where is the resistance right here, right? You guys see it right here? It's just the high of the day. It's very simple. So that's would be my exit point if it goes against my trend, even though I'm 80% sure it's gonna go up. If it holds under here, then that 20% was me being wrong, and I exit out and just minimize my risk instead of holding it and expecting it to go back up. What if it just keeps falling down and down and down and farther? You take whatever money you have left and use it for your next play, because much like poker, you don't want to hold on to like pocket threes when you can just probably get pocket aces in the next couple of hands, right? Just take whatever you have and move on to the next play. Yeah, good luck trading.